Okay, so my name is Sandra Murray. I'm the program coordinator for the Center for Teaching and Learning. And before I pass this session over to Selena, I'd like to acknowledge that I'm coming to you today from the unceded territory, traditional territory, the Anishinaabe and the Haudenosaunee people. I feel actually that so much of Canada's history with our Indigenous brothers and sisters has really been hidden from me for far too long. And I honestly have been oblivious to it. So I'm grateful to my Indigenous colleagues for teaching me about the tragic history and sharing with me their beautiful ways of knowing. So now it's up to me to actively learn more about all the history on my own and to be an enthusiastic participant in the reconciliation process. So thank you for listening, and I now hand this over to our beautiful Selena.
Thank you so much for that, Sandra. Hi, everyone. So today's Lunch and Learn session, we are going to be looking at intelligent agents. So what are intelligent agents? So intelligent agents are basically personalized messages. So they're emails that you can set up that gets sent to students when an action happens within the course. Now, that action could be a variety of different options. I'm going to show you on the next screen some of the options. And the nice thing about these intelligent agents is you can really create an instructor presence in the course that will, once it's set up, will just run automatically for you. So let's take a quick look at the types of intelligent agents. So here are some common cases for intelligent agents. So, and you could have an intelligent agent that is triggered when the first time a student logs into the course. So they log into the course and that will trigger this intelligent agent that is an email that's welcoming them to the course and maybe giving them, you know, the few course details and initial things that you'd like them to do or look at. Another intelligent agent could be set up for if a student hasn't accessed your course for a number of days. So say, for example, for 7 days, a student hasn't logged into your course, it would send an email, you know, offering support to the student, you know, asking if they would like to meet with you or maybe a TA, you know, so again, another option. They can be assigned to a whole variety of tools within onQ, including checklists, quizzes, assignments, discussions. Anywhere you see release conditions, we can add those to the intelligent agents. Another option would be maybe sending an email if a student achieves a really low grade on a quiz or an assignment, or on the opposite, if they have a high grade on a quiz or an assignment and you just wanted to congratulate them. You know, again, it's all these options to create that presence within the course. Again, you can see there's more options, no post-authored in discussion topics, etc. So having a quick look, I'm going to take you into D2L and show you exactly how to set one up, but I just wanted to outline a few things for you. So obviously, if we were setting up that a student hasn't accessed your course for a designated number of days, we would set up the email part of the intelligent agent. And you can see we've got this send an email when the criteria are satisfied, and you'll see the criteria on the next screen. So there's some short, oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. There's some code that you can add to some of the fields, and they're called replace strings, and you can view all the replace strings from within the email. So you can click on this link and it will show you. So for example, initiating user would be to the student name. Okay. And let's not do that again. Okay, so you can see I've added a subject line, course access, and now we have the email to the initiating user first name. Again, that replace string, so it's going to say hi, hi Selena, and then the message that you want to put, and end it there. So the actual setup, once you've got the email, you can see that we have this new agent. I've called it no course entry for 7 days. And you want the agent enabled. There's some criteria you can set up. So I want only to send this out to users with a specific role in the course, and that would be student. Obviously, I wouldn't want that to go out to other instructors or my TAs necessarily. Course activity, and this is based on this agent is based on this course activity where the user has not accessed the course in the last 7 days. And with this one, I want this agent to take action every time the agent is evaluated and the agent's criteria is satisfied for a user. So that's basically saying anytime that student, any student hasn't accessed the course for 7 days, send this email, okay? Sometimes you would only ever want an intelligent agent to be released once. Say, for example, you were congratulating them on a grade. You don't want that to go out more than once on that grade item. So you would just say, just take the action once. So that would be a setup for a student who hasn't accessed the course. Another type of setup would be if a student received 80% or higher on a quiz or assignment, and you just want to send them a little congratulations. Again, we set up that email to the initiating user, which is going to be the student. And then again, in the subject line, I can even use that initiating user so it's more personalized to the student. And again, in the message, okay? So when we look at that, what does that look like? Again, we've got the same kind of new, naming convention. We've got the agent enabled. We've got the role in the class list. Again, we're just releasing that to students. And what's different here is this one is based on a release condition. And the release condition is that they must receive a grade greater than or equal to 80% on that grade item. And that grade item I just called reflection paper. So the agent is going to check, have they received 80% or higher on that grade item? And if they have, it's going to take action, but it's only going to take action once. And then it's going to send that email when the criteria are satisfied. So what I'm going to do now is just pop over to onQ and show you what that looks like in onQ. Here, okay. So everyone, I'm hoping can see my course okay. So where do you find intelligent agents? Well, for one thing, you need to check that they're on in your course. So to do that, you want to go to course admin and go to tools. And just check that intelligent agents is blue and got the check mark to say that it's active. Intelligent agents, you can't reach them through the normal menus. You always need to go to course admin and scroll down until you see intelligent agents. And you can see it's under communication tool because it is, any intelligent agent is going to do that. It's going to send an email. So it is a way of communicating with your students. So here we are on my agent list, and you can see I've got a few agents set up here. Right now, None of them are enabled because they all have this kind of black here. You can see it's also showing results of the last runs I did. So I can go in. So this agent is on discussion topic. And if I click, it will tell me the 2 users who were identified and what action was taken. There was no action taken. It just ran this one. Again, on this one, where the student has an access to course, you can see that it's sent the email to all these test students, luckily. So you can always see when it ran, who it contacted as well. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to edit this one. I can edit it just by clicking the black arrow. So to enable it, I'm always going to click that box. Now, the trick with the intelligent agents is really to name them clearly as to what they are, so that you can very easily just look at that list and see what agents you've got and whether you want to run them or not. The other thing with agents is that you can very easily copy them between courses. So if you set up a whole lot of agents in one course, you can always copy them over in the course creation process, or if you have an existing course you want to copy them into, you can use import, export, copy components and bring them in that way. So again, scrolling down now, you can see the options that we just looked at in the PowerPoint. Who do we want this agent released to? Most of the time it's going to be the student role, but obviously, you could have agents that go to TAs. You could have, if it was a multiple instructor course, you could have an intelligent agent that would notify all the instructors in the course. So there are other options. So, and then we get into, the actual nuts and bolts of the agents. When is this email going to be released? Is it going to be released during login activity, okay, or course activity, or is it going to be activated on a release condition? So with the student not having logged in, not having access to the course for a set number of days, it's going to be on course activity. And you can see there is actually that option. The user has not accessed the course, and you just put in the number of days. Again, there you go. We're just taking this action every time. There's the email. And if I click here, I can see what all those replace strings are, and I can very easily copy that replace string and add it to my email wherever I want to use it. That gives you the personalization, in regards to whoever you're contacting. So let's just have a look at the other type with the release condition. In fact, I'll create a new one. So let's do one based on, let's do another grade. So again, I'm going to number it. I don't know where I was on the numbering, so I'll just call it 09. How about, I don't know if I've got a quiz in there, so I'll just do grade attempt. And I would normally put the grade name there as well. So again, I'm going to pick, I only want this going out to students, so I switch to user with specific role, and I'm going to pick student. And then it's not related to login activity, it's related to course activity. So this is where I'm going to pick that course activity. Oh, sorry. It's not course activity. It's this one I mean to do the action. So it's a release condition. So I am going to create and attach a release condition, and I'm going to pick grades. So you can see these are all different types of release conditions where you could attach an intelligent agent to. So there's a huge amount. Submission to a folder, score on a rubric. There's just so many there. Quizzes. No completed quiz attempt. If your students hadn't taken the quiz, you could send them an intelligent agent asking them, you know, why they haven't taken it, maybe to contact you, whatever you choose to do. So I'm going to do this one on a grade. And then what it allows me to do is access my grade book and pick a grade. So the last one I did on reflection paper, I'm going to do it on maybe chemistry quiz. And again, I've got that criteria. So less than or equal to, less than, more than, equal to, more than, between, or not between. So you can pick from any of those options. I usually like the less than, equal to, or the more than, equal to. So let's say, you know, if you've got more than 85, and we can send an email. So obviously, again, we only want that to happen once. We're going to send an email and we're going to pick initiating user first name so that it automatically populates it with the student name. Oop. Don't take that bit. I mean, if you're copying, just copy the code. And then again, put your message in with your subject. I'm just going to put something in just so that I can save this. Dear. Again, just using those codes. Message, and then Selena. So there it is. There's also the option to use a schedule. So to run these intelligent agents on a schedule, if you had, like, you know, you wanted it every Monday, for example, you could schedule it. Anytime you have an intelligent agent created, you can do a practice run. So you can do a practice run, or at any point you can say run now. So even though if you schedule it or you set it up to run on a release condition or some kind of condition within the course, if you just decide, oh no, actually I want to run it right now, you can also do that. So I'm going to run it right now. When you run it, what will happen is it will tell you that it's scheduled and it will go as soon as it can, and you will receive an email to your account that it has been run. Let's see how quickly it comes in, that it has run it, to confirm that. So it's going to take a second. Let's see. Come on. It's usually quite quick, but okay, we'll check that in a minute. Oh, there we go. Agent complete. You can see action taken, no. Okay, so that means that nobody got an 85% or higher, and so no action was taken. So you can see no users identified, and it's been run just now. And that's really everything with the intelligent agents. Obviously, under more actions, you can see if you've exported any, you can restore some if you've deleted it. Yeah, so I'm happy to take any questions now if anyone has any questions.